Hello Guardians, it is Ebontis, and as I said in the thumbnail, when it comes to ad clearing weapons, one of the favorites of everybody, and me too, trust me, don't get me wrong, I love this weapon. Forbearance is amazing. Now, why is it amazing? One, it's a waveframe grenade launcher. Shoots a wave of energy that travels underneath, basically on the floor, so it goes through enemies, so you've got kind of that piercing effect. And it's a grenade launcher, so it's going to hit relatively hard. You've also got the option for Chain Reaction and Ambitious Assassin, which allows for kills to explode and then explode some more. Ambitious Assassin to allow you to have 2 in the chamber. It's a great weapon, but it comes from a raid. Now, is it worth going the raid for this weapon alone? Yeah. You can find a group to run Val every once a week and get your red border, Forbearance. It is worth the 5 weeks of clearing because it is that good. That being said, we kind of have an alternative now, and this season actually gets to shine a little bit more. What I'm talking about is Harsh Language. Now, this is a world drop. It is not an easy thing to acquire. It is luck. World drops are not really in a great place to find. They exist. So, when it comes to something like Harsh Language and saying, hey, this is a great weapon, it is something I'm trying to bring your attention to now. So if you see this perk drop on it, hold on to it. Because as for over here, you got some options. These two are pretty much always going to be the same. Now, what I would like to see here, which I don't have yet, I would love to see Envious Assassin. And what that would allow me to do is basically get 2 in the chamber, very similar to Ambitious Assassin. But Envious Assassin, rapidly defeating targets with other weapons before drawing this one, transfers ammo to the magazine. And you can overflow the magazine based on the targets. So for Grenade Launcher, your overflow maxes out at 2, but it's still 2 grenades. And it's a wave frame. So it's similar to the fact that Forbearance, it can roll that damage underneath, a group of enemies that are lined up in front of you. So you already get the chance for making it really close. And now for Chain Reaction, we don't have that, but we have something that's honestly almost better if it procs. And this season especially is going to make this thing shine. Destabilizing rounds is fantastic because final blows cause nearby targets to become volatile. If you have 2 in the chamber and you kill even 1 ad in the group, it explodes and it basically makes everything around it volatile, and you shoot that second one, you're going to clear most of those ads out if they're not done. So if you're in a heavy void shielded activity, you've got void shields exploding. Now, this season, you can almost break it because the first time you break a combatant shield, you get an overpower. If you got void shield, bam, there's orbs like crazy. But if you pick up 1 orb, you also make things volatile. So breaking shields, you get an orb. Your volatile flow. And again, volatile flow makes something like Retrofit Escapade just go nuts. It is way too fun to use, so believe me, this is a fun one. But the idea I can just roll this under a bunch of enemies and cause them to explode works really, really, really well. Now, you can use it on other things too. I've got it on my Basso Ostinato. This is the shotgun. It is a rapid fire frame, and it drops in the raid. Sorry, not the raid, it's Neomuna. There's another one that drops in the raid, which we'll get to here a little bit later. That one's got some exciting perks, but stay tuned. So even just destabilizing rounds, just to show you how this works. Well, if I walk in here and tick every enemy off, I just need to kind of group them up just to show you. Shoot 1. So you're volatile. Shoot you. You make that one volatile. That one explodes. That one explodes. And the chaining effect that you get from volatile flow, just really good. Now, granted, it's a shotgun. I get that. So that's not the whole purpose of me being here. But we've got this. Now, the wave frame is really good because it rolls the wave of energy across the ground. And you'll notice he died. So my goal now is to try and annoy enough people that I can pull them to me. Now, if the geometry on the ground doesn't suck, which it's seeming to. But the whole goal here is to roll the wave of energy, cause things to explode, and then when they do explode, everything explodes and dies together. Now, this Lost Sector isn't the greatest for showing the wave to work, but the fact that the chain will go off pretty handily. Then once they're volatile, you can pretty much annihilate them, line them up. It's just a whole bunch of fireworks, and it's pretty and fun. But where is this going to be beneficial? Basically, the whole first 2 encounters of the raid. They're all about clearing ads and clearing them efficiently, especially the first one. You want to throw a grenade launcher across the ground, kill 1 enemy, make them volatile, and then spread that volatile. I mean, I pick up 1 orb and I just mow the entire arena down with this weapon, but the fact that I've got a special that can do it as well, when volatile flow goes away, that's when it gets to be good. Pair this with the ability to make things volatile, it's going to be even better. So if I find the right perk, I got to find the right one. Yeah, defeating targets with a grenade grants volatile rounds. So then your Void subclass, chunk or grenade, you get volatile rounds. So you've got that for that. If you run out, maybe your grenade energy's out, you've got destabilizing rounds. So if you see a harsh language with destabilizing rounds, keep it. I think this weapon has a ton of potential. If you get Envious Assassin and destabilizing rounds, probably going to get it before me because I'm just unlucky. That is about all you can ask for. Hold on to that thing. Please don't get rid of it. Now, the other weapons that can get this perk. One, everybody gets. And that is the new glaive. So our new fancy, see if I can say this, Ecliptic. Sounds like Eclipse, but Ecliptic Distaff. Destabilizing rounds. So final blows cause targets to become. So if you want to go volatile, bam, here you go. Then if you make one volatile with the shot, which you could probably do, and then replenishing Aegeus, blocking damage. So block real quick, you get a reload. Shoot somebody, they explode. And then if you get up in the mix with your glaive, you'll start hitting everybody who's already volatile and making them explode, and then explode and change the volatile. You guys see the idea. So getting the pursuit weapon this season, definitely worthwhile for that. You've also got a sword for Warlocks, Death's Razor. This thing can have it on it. Now, this is craftable. I forget where these are going to be dropping from, but these are definitely craftable now. So pay attention to those. Now, one of the cool ones, I told you the shotgun I got has it, and that's the Neomuna one. But also the new Raid one can get even better. So I've got Basso Ostinato. This is the Nanotech Tracer Rockets. It's fine. Nanotech Tracer Rockets on a shotgun. Feels like you're going to kill yourself, but it's there. But this, oh, the perks you can get here. For one, Reconstruction's already good. So you can get Reconstruction to get a double overflowed magazine, literally up to, I think, 12. But depending on if you get this thing and then craft it, what you're going to be able to do is if you really want to have some goofy fun, destabilizing rounds, final blows, the target becomes volatile. Now it's slug, so you got to aim, but you kill one volatile explosion. Then you've got repulsor brace on the same weapon as you have destabilizing rounds. This can get both. Column 3 repulsor, column 4 destabilizing rounds. So if you make one thing around it volatile and then you kill it, you're going to get that 45 health overshield that's got like that 50% damage mitigation to it. And yeah, you can have this shotgun is definitely going to be one that if you've ever thought about using a PvE slug, this is going to be one of the go-tos for sure. Couple other ones, since Iron Banner is literally starting today, pay attention to the SMG Hero's Burden. If you can get Hero's Burden, the new one, not the busted one, if you can get the Hero's Burden here, and you can get it with destabilizing rounds, it has the option to drop with that now. So, again, SMG, getting a final blow, causing things to be volatile, and if you're clearing ads with this thing, while it's not going to be the best ad clear weapon in the world, having an SMG just make things volatile for primary ammo, that's where my Engrams are going to go this season. This season, like, there's not too much that I usually care about in Iron Banner. I want this one, big time. So when it comes to having the ability to make things explode in PvE, chain reaction, volatile, they're both good. But destabilizing rounds is going to be dropping in multiple places, and I highly suggest going after it and paying attention to if you see it drop, keep it. Like if you see a harsh language don't care about anything else on it. If you see destabilizing, keep it, mess around with it, and then you'll know. So that's mainly what I wanted to point out. Iron Banner, you've got Hero's Burden dropping. Revenant, by the way, you can craft one of these things with it. Now, there's probably better DPS perks with it, so Cascade Point, Explosive Light's probably going to be better. But if you really just want to explode everything and embrace the world of volatile flow, you can craft again one of these and make it really good too. So you've got a lot of options for destabilizing rounds, and I just wanted to point it out because as soon as this thing dropped from my Void build, it kind of lives there if there's a chance for me to put this thing on. Because now I've got special weapon, I've got heavy weapon, and then whatever I'm going to put up in the kinetic slot. These are both legendary, so then I can go something like, Wishender or Witherhoard, which Witherhoard might be a little redundant, but if I've got a machine gun for ad clear, maybe it's not. So keep that in mind. Destabilizing rounds is very good, and I highly suggest you experiment with it. If you get any drops or crafts or anything else, that Raid shotgun, the slug one, the fact that you can get destabilizing and repulsor on the same weapon is nuts. If you can manage to get good at a slug shotgun in PvE, you might actually be kind of unstoppable. So, If you guys enjoyed this one, drop a like below, leave a comment if you got questions, thoughts, maybe I'm missing something about this you think is good or bad. Let me know in the comments below and we'll kind of talk it out. Other than that, you can find me on Twitter or Twitch at Ebontis, but right here if you are new, which I know many of you are because you're not all subscribed, please hit that subscribe button, hit that alert bell so my future videos make it to you and you guys can push me over to that 100K. You guys are amazing. Have a good one and good luck out there.